Parenting is one of the hardest jobs in the world, but here's the truth: it doesn't have to be as complicated as it seems. Research shows that nearly 50% of parents feel stressed and overwhelmed by the pressure to get everything right. But what if I told you there's one strategy that, if done correctly, could change everything? A strategy that doesn't require perfection, and it's not about following the latest parenting trend. It's about doing one thing: connecting. Did you know that children with strong emotional connections to their parents are 70% more likely to succeed in school? Or that a consistent parenting approach can reduce behavioral problems by up to 30%? These numbers aren't a coincidence. In this article, we're diving into the single most important parenting strategy that could have the biggest impact on your child's future. If you're ready to transform your parenting approach and raise a confident, emotionally intelligent child, keep reading. We'll walk through 3 key strategies that go beyond the basics, offering real, practical advice to make a difference starting today. Chapter 1. The Power of Connection. Building bridges, not walls. At the heart of every successful parenting approach is connection. You might have heard it 1,000 times, but connection truly is key. Studies have shown that children who feel emotionally connected to their parents are less likely to engage in risky behaviors like substance abuse or skipping school. One study by the American Psychological Association found that adolescents who felt close to their parents had higher self-esteem and better mental health outcomes. That's the kind of connection we're aiming for. But how do we build this deep emotional connection? It begins with something simple: quality time. Research shows that just 15 minutes of focused, uninterrupted time with your child can increase their sense of security and trust. Think about it. Instead of checking your phone during dinner, focus entirely on your child. Ask them about their day, listen to their thoughts, and share in their joys. Connection also means truly listening. When we listen with empathy, without interrupting or offering solutions, we show our kids that their feelings matter. The greatest gift you can give your children is your attention, says Dr. Laura Markham, a clinical psychologist and author. When kids feel heard, they're more likely to open up and build a strong, trusting relationship with you. Chapter 2. The Freedom of Boundaries. Why limits unlock potential? Now, you may be thinking, wait a minute, isn't connection all about being soft and lenient? Actually, connection and boundaries go hand in hand. Boundaries provide structure, safety, and clarity, and they are crucial for your child's emotional and social development. The idea of boundaries often gets a bad rap. Many parents fear that setting limits will make them seem controlling or unkind. But research shows the opposite. Children who have clear, consistent boundaries are more confident and secure. In fact, a study from the University of California found that children with involved parents who set firm but fair boundaries were less likely to experience anxiety or depression. Why is this? Boundaries create a sense of predictability in a child's life. They understand what's expected of them, which in turn helps them feel safe. According to parenting expert Dr. Daniel Siegel, when kids know the rules and feel safe, their brains can engage in learning and creativity. But here's the secret: boundaries shouldn't be rigid. Flexibility is key. Parenting isn't about making every decision for your child, it's about guiding them and allowing them the freedom to make choices within a safe framework. For example, if your child is acting out during dinner time, a boundary might be, we don't interrupt while someone is talking. But the solution can be as simple as allowing them to choose what to eat from a list of options. This gives them a sense of control while maintaining respect for the rules. Chapter 3. The Art of Consistency. The parenting superpower. You're already using. Consistency might seem like a no-brainer, but many parents overlook its power. It's not about perfection, it's about showing up for your child in a reliable and predictable way. When children know what to expect, they feel secure. This allows them to focus on other important things, like learning and growing. Psychologist Dr. John Gottman, a leading expert in child development, argues that consistency is crucial for developing emotional intelligence. In his book Raising an Emotionally Intelligent Child, he emphasizes that when parents provide consistent emotional responses, children are better equipped to regulate their own emotions. But how do you stay consistent when life gets hectic? It doesn't mean you need to be rigid. It means that when you do set expectations, you follow through. For instance, if you've told your child that screen time is limited to 1 hour a day, stick to it. This teaches them accountability and trustworthiness. The key is to avoid empty threats. If you say there will be a consequence, make sure there is one. Here's a statistic that highlights the importance of consistency. Children of parents who consistently use positive discipline techniques are 30% more likely to be self-disciplined and respectful. It's not about being harsh, it's about being predictable and fair. Your child learns what's expected of them, and they begin to internalize these lessons. If you're enjoying these parenting tips, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more valuable insights and strategies to help raise a happy, healthy child. Chapter 4. Modeling over lecturing. Actions speak louder than words. As parents, we often find ourselves lecturing our kids, thinking that our words will shape their behavior. However, research reveals something surprising. Children are more likely to model their behavior based on what they see than what they hear. In fact, studies show that 85% of a child's learning comes from imitation. This means that if you want your child to learn respect, empathy, or kindness, you must be the living example of those traits. One study published in the Journal of Family Psychology found that children who see their parents solve problems calmly and communicate effectively tend to adopt these same behaviors. This means that your actions, not just your words, shape how your child reacts in various situations. Instead of saying, "Don't yell when you're angry," show them how to express frustration in healthy ways. For instance, when you're upset, talk about your emotions in a calm, controlled manner, and your child will be more likely to do the same. Children are not little adults, says Dr. Robert Brooks, a child psychologist and author of Raising Resilient Children. They're keen observers who absorb far more than we realize. This is why parents need to focus on what they're modeling daily. If you want your child to develop self-control, kindness, and patience, make sure they see those qualities in action from you every day. Chapter 5. The Emotional Gym. Strengthening resilience in kids. Resilience is one of the most valuable traits a child can develop. But how do you teach it? The key lies in emotional coaching. Just like physical muscles need exercise to grow stronger, emotional resilience needs practice. Children who are taught how to navigate their emotions effectively grow up to be more confident and capable of handling life's challenges. According to a study from the American Academy of Pediatrics, children who are encouraged to express and regulate their emotions in healthy ways are 50% more likely to show better social skills and cope with stress more effectively. This emotional strength builds over time, with small practices that teach kids how to manage frustration, disappointment, and stress. Dr. John Gottman, a psychologist known for his work on emotional intelligence, emphasizes that teaching kids to name their emotions is a powerful tool. For example, when your child is upset, instead of just telling them to calm down, help them recognize what they're feeling. Say, "It seems like you're feeling frustrated because you can't find your toy. Let's work together to find it." This helps them learn to identify their emotions and take action to manage them, rather than letting their emotions control them. Resilience isn't about avoiding challenges, it's about teaching kids to face them head-on. When they experience setbacks, show them that failure is just a part of the learning process. Remind them that mistakes are opportunities to grow. This mindset will help them tackle challenges in the future with confidence. Chapter 6. The Joy of Connection. Turning ordinary moments into parenting gold. Sometimes, the most meaningful connections happen in the most unexpected places. You don't need to plan elaborate activities or expensive outings to bond with your child. In fact, some of the best parenting moments occur during everyday tasks like cooking dinner, running errands, or even folding laundry. A study from the University of Michigan found that simple, everyday interactions between parents and children, like asking how their day went or working together on a project, are just as important for building a strong relationship as more grand gestures. These moments of connection don't need to be forced, they just need to be genuine. For example, when you're driving together, instead of zoning out, ask about their thoughts on school or what they're excited about. Psychologist Dr. Barbara Feese, author of Family Time and Interaction, suggests turning ordinary moments into micro-connections. These small but meaningful interactions can provide the foundation for a healthy relationship with your child. Something as simple as eye contact or a quick, heartfelt hug can make all the difference in reinforcing emotional bonds. The goal is to make your child feel valued and seen in every moment, no matter how small. It's the little things, like listening to their favorite song on repeat in the car or playing a quick game of I Spy while waiting in line, that create the memories and emotional connections that last a lifetime. In the end, parenting isn't about perfection, it's about creating a consistent, loving, and emotionally safe environment where your child can thrive. By focusing on connection, setting clear boundaries, and leading by example, you'll be equipping your child with the tools they need to grow into a happy, resilient adult. These simple strategies don't require major changes, just small shifts in how we approach everyday moments with our kids. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and watch your relationship with your child transform for the better. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more content that will help you be the best parent you can be.